Welcome to the 2012 e-governance workshop for board docs. In this session, we're going to talk about how to use video to really share your story with board docs and extend the fidelity, really, of the meetings that you have. So let's look at that for a second. One of the things I want to do is give you some statistics on Facebook use, on YouTube use, because we're really going to, I think posting video, really the best way to do it is to leverage the cloud tools that are out there already. Hosting it internally can be problematic because the files can get just huge and it'll chew up your bandwidth when lots of people look at it. So let's look at that. First of all, 1 in 4 Americans watch a YouTube video every day. That's a pretty amazing statistic. Over 800 million unique users visit YouTube each month. 4 billion hours of video are watched every month on YouTube. These numbers are just huge. 72 hours of video are uploaded to YouTube every minute. I mean, they're really documenting everyone's lives with this. You know, I used to think it was funny. I'm a kind of nerdy guy. And when Captain Kirk wanted to know something about the 20th century, he would talk into the computer and the computer would play this video about it. And I'm like, who was collecting all that video? Where was it? It was YouTube. YouTube was collecting it all. So they had YouTube in Star Trek, and now you've got it here. Millions of subscriptions happen every day, and these are subscriptions to specific channels or specific bits of content. And they allow you to connect with someone you're interested in or allow other people to connect with you. That could be a friend or it can be local government, and they can keep contact and up with the activity you're doing. And channels allow organizations to customize and share content for stakeholders. Just like their TV stations when we were growing up or TV channels, you can have a YouTube channel that kind of keeps up with that information. Let's look at companies that are using social media. We see right now that 33% of all organizations are using YouTube. This number's grown even since this was published. So huge, huge number. You should be using it. So let's talk about what you need to do to get started using video now. Right now, get an account. Get a YouTube account. Now, I know some organizations, especially schools, might block YouTube from the organization. And that's a shame because there is a lot of YouTube content that can be used for instructional aids. I would say that you should talk to your IT department about allowing all the administrators and staff to get to YouTube. If not, at least you as a chief administrator should be able to get to it so you can post your information out there. And then create a channel. The sooner you create a channel and post some information that you own the copyright materials to, the sooner they'll be able to open that up and give you unlimited access. Because when you first create your channel, they don't really trust you so much. They're afraid you're going to be posting Saturday Night Live sketches that you recorded off your TV, and NBC doesn't like that. So what they want to do is make sure that you're someone trustworthy who's going to post some good information. It usually takes 6 months for them to open that up, sometimes a little less. So create a channel, post some content that you know you own right away. And then punch a hole in your firewall. If you can't get to YouTube now, at least you need to be able to do that. So talk to your IT department about doing that. So let's now go and see some specific examples of how easy it is to publish content into board docs. Okay, so let's go in and see exactly how that looks in board docs. First of all, let's go in like we're the public and see how the end game looks. I think it's always best to see what it looks like before we actually try and use it. So right now, most of you have board docs up and running, and you click on the meeting and you know you've got some options. View the agenda, print the agenda, view the minutes, or watch the video. And if you haven't turned on video yet, that watch the video is not there. So we know what the other 3 things do. Watch what happens when I click on watch video. I get a window with the agenda showing up below it. And if I click on any of these agenda items, let's see what's exciting here. Nothing because it's a meeting. Let's try the enrollment update. You know, as soon as I click on the enrollment update, it's going to actually go and play me that part of the video. So it's really kind of a great way to get around in the system. So now you can actually see that part of the video. How exciting. So now the other thing is, because most of your stakeholders are not going to want to watch the entire video of the meeting. So having it linked to individual agenda items is really important. Now let's see how detailed that fidelity gets. So now I'm clicking down through board docs like you have now. I'm looking for something interesting here. So this Panther Foundation update, that looks interesting. When I click on the item, notice it talks to me about who's going to give the presentation. I have a copy of the presentation in here. I have the goal that's linked to it. If you voted on it, that would be there. If I want to share this using social media, I can do that. But look at this. I got a little TV icon there. And then if I mouse over it, it says watch the video for this agenda item. And once again, if I click on it, it's going to come up and show me just that part of the video. It takes me right to that part of the meeting. Now, this is huge because if I go searching for it later on, or if I want to find this information out later on, even out of context of the meeting, I'll be able to see that part of the video. And that's what your stakeholders want. Our research shows the stakeholders want to see that part of the video. So now we can see this particular part of the meeting. Very interesting. I can still skip around through here. Now that we've seen what it looks like from the user's perspective, let's see how easy it is to get the information into Board Docs. Now the first thing you need to do is record the video from the meeting, and that's pretty easy to do. This is a GoPro. You can actually set this up on a tripod pretty close to the action. It's very wide angle, and this will record all the audio and video. The video looks good on this, the sound not so much. So that's one option. Second option is you can use something like this. This is a Sony Handycam. Has a hard drive built in. All you have to do is stick it on a tripod. You can zoom in on the information. Press the record button right here. It records everything onto a hard drive. Plug it into your computer, drag the file onto your computer, and upload it straight into YouTube. You can even, it comes with some editing software. And Panasonic, JVC, a lot of companies make these, and they're getting smaller and smaller. The sound quality and the video quality is very good. This is actually an HD recorder. So it does a great job. And neither of these options are very expensive. Both of them well under $500. So once you have the video, it's pretty easy to get it into the system. And let's go to YouTube first and see what that looks like. So we were in Board Docs there. Now let's go into YouTube. I should have had that up ahead of time. Okay, so let's go into YouTube and see what it takes to get that video uploaded. It's really pretty simple. Notice I'm already logged in. It remembered who I am, but basically once you create the account, you'll just log in with your own credentials. Once you're in there, you just click the upload button. It'll actually come up and bring a video. Say select the files from your computer. So I go and I select those files, and I go to my videos. I've actually got them stored in this weird place called movies. And then you can find any movie that's in there, basically click on it, and press choose, and then it starts uploading it to YouTube. Now, this doesn't take very long. You don't have to worry about the formatting. You don't have to worry about any of the details. YouTube will take that. They take so many video formats. While it's doing it, you can actually give it a name here. And this is the cool part. You can decide who sees it. So public, unlisted, or private. Let's talk about those three things. And most people who use YouTube don't understand how this works. Public means you've uploaded the video. Anybody can search for it, find it on the internet, and play it. Unlisted means that even though anyone can look at it, it won't show up in any searches or any lists. And I like using this because what I can do is now publish this video on my website, and only the people who have the link will be able to see it. And this is a great way to control who accesses your information. The third option is private, and those people would have to be specifically selected, log into this, and access it. So private's a little more restrictive. So I like using the unlisted item. Now, once you get something on YouTube, what's really great is they give you the link that'll take you directly to that item. So let's go down and look at that. Okay. So you notice that once it gets loaded up, it gives you this. It says once your video is loaded, it'll be live here. See, this is a URL. So really, I can take that URL and drop it into any web browser, and it'll take me directly to my video. So now when you go into Board Docs, it's very easy to get that information in. Well, let's take a look at that. Let's go to a video that's there. So I'm going to go to Video Manager. After you've uploaded your video, you can go look at it from within the Video Manager. And notice this is a video of Emerald's Cancun adventure. And you can obviously watch it. But notice you do have that share button, and the share button will give you this all-important link. And you can email that to anybody. I'm going to take just this unique code here, and I'm going to copy that. Right? That's very important for Board Docs, just that little number after the slash. And I'm copying it by going to Control-C, or you can go to your browser and do the edit. Now let's go back into Board Docs and configure Board Docs so that it'll be ready for you to take those videos. First thing we're going to do is log in as a document publisher. And this works from Board Docs LT and Board Docs Pro. So we'll log in here and we're going to go to options and basically turn on the video service. By default, it should be on, but we're just going to make sure. Notice down here it says video, and we're just going to enable that. Okay? Once it's enabled, you as a document publisher, when you come up to any of your meetings, you'll notice it has something called Edit Video. At this point, if you click on that, it's going to want to know the video ID. Remember what we copied from here? That's the video ID. Let's go back there, and I'm just going to do a Control-V because I copied it earlier. And once I click Set, it's going to preview that video for me. Now, what's really nice is it's also going to show me the agenda. Now, if you don't do anything else, when people come to the meeting now, the public, once this meeting goes public, they'll have the watch video and they can watch the entire meeting. But you want to make it a little easier for them. So what you can do is actually scroll through this video a little bit at a time. Find out where you start each one of your agenda items and type them in. Notice right here, I'm at 24 seconds. So we'll come down here. This starts at 24 seconds. This starts at 00. And we can keep going all the way through this video, right? Okay, at one point we switched from going on the lines to, let's see, we'll get it right here, to going on these go-karts, and that happens at 2 minutes and 12 seconds. So we'll just put 2 minutes and 12 seconds here. Any agenda items that you leave blank won't show up in the video and won't have that little icon. So let's, the next thing is where we start, we come off the buggies, which is right here about 350. So we'll do this, we'll put this in 350. And then we're done. That's all you have to do. You don't even have to hit save. Now when the public comes back and looks at this video, they'll be able to see that. Plus, if you go into any of the agenda items now on this meeting, any of the agenda items that you've linked to the video will have that little video screen. So let's see what that looks like. Oops, sorry, pressed the wrong button. View the agenda. Notice the top item, the executive summary, nothing there because that's a private item. As soon as I go to roll call, my little video screen shows up because we said at 00 start roll call. Call to order, there's a little video button again, and it starts playing right at that moment, 24 seconds like we asked it to. And then when we scroll down, notice the next item had no video. Oh, it did have video, sorry. But here we skipped it and our little video screen goes away. The Pledge of Allegiance does have it. That's all it takes to get the video into Board Docs. I mean, it's super simple and it doesn't cost anything because you're using tools that are already out there on the internet today to get to the system. Now, you may have video blocked within your organization, but most of this meeting information is not going to be viewed by folks internal. If it is, it's going to be viewed by your staff, and we already talked about opening that up for your staff. Most people who look at this are your constituents who will be looking at it from home. So once again, super simple to get the information in there. If you want to add video to Board Docs, it's there. If you want more information on how to use this, you can go to the Board Docs website, which is boarddocs.com, log in with your username and password. And once you do that, you can go to support and see all the information on how you can get that, load the video in there. And there's more and more tutorials being added all the time. My favorite ones are, of course, the video ones. So if we could click on support, you notice down along the side you have tech notes, user guides. The user guides show you how to do that, and they're the how-to videos. And I'm certain that this list is going to get longer over time. So thanks for attending the e-governance workshop. If you weren't able to attend, thank you for viewing this online information. If you have any questions about adding video to your Board Docs system, feel free to contact support at 800-407-0141, extension 1, and they'll walk you through it. Thank you.